I mean, we're going to see the opportunity for that here in just a moment. You see the salvos go out, the satchels go through. Mada already behind enemy lines, and the defense is holding strong. Finesse overwhelming Calm. Demon1 on the counterpunch, and now keep a close eye on the minimap. kiNgg is rotating in, but it's going to be a little late. A lot to do for the duelist.
He still has a slide right now. If he could try to get a quick pop shot with that, maybe onto Sam. Ethan is stuck in a corner right now. There's the first.
It's going to fall down to a 1v1. The stun, the dash, and
still early days. Still plenty of time for that to come to fruition. For now, round 3, NRG looking to convert a bonus. It's a formidable purchase. You got 2 stingers, 3 rifles. This is not a weak bonus.
Yeah, and you also have all of tower control. Tex, you didn't have to use any of that utility, but it's aggression right now from LEVIATAN.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
What a monster.
Filthy out from kiNgg, and now Tex is going to find a window. Put a bullet in Ethan's ear. Tex tries to get away. The spike sitting on the southern side of the map with no one currently in possession.
LEVIATAN are in such a comfortable position right now. NRG, the best they can hope for is getting some of these orbs, as Tex is doing. Get a little bit closer to that showstopper. Maybe you can get the spike planted, get some of that spike money down, but LEVIATAN, what makes their fracture so strong, what made it so good against that G2 was the fact that they're so confident in their retakes on the offensive side. They're willing to play retake. They're okay with playing 4-1 setups, playing aggressive, flanking you.
They try to dictate the pace, and you mentioned it. It was very effective. It was very successful against the behemoth that is G2. We'll see how it fares against NRG, who currently is just sitting on finesse in a 1v5.
NRG should know that there's a vice wall here. It was here the last round.
Right. Also, quick note here, so going to round 4, Sam has his ult. Keep that in mind. Oh, no. That was not part of the plan.
Is that going to be the difference maker, Doug? Do you think that's what is going to set NRG off?
I mean,
or can they bring it back?
It's certainly not going to help. Spike still planted, still a shot at this. brawk, another domino falls. 5v3 for the defense as they start to close the walls in. Remember, Sam has his ult, but there's so much to do, so much riding on that bit of utility. First barrage on the way out. kiNgg on the swing. Ethan dead. A bullet between his eyes, and they still invested Sam's ult, but this feels well out of reach, Trey. It's gonna take
these guns.
Aggro towards Arcade. Mada finally getting on the board. He needs to be on for NRG to have a shot at this. Off the second swing, Rossy trying to connect, will succeed. So it's like a great round for NRG so far.
You need a round like this if you're NRG after what just happened to you. Your mental would have been shattered. It's not over yet, though. Spike has not even been planted.
Yeah, still 2 rifles, though, in the hands of brawk and Mada. Tex has his ult as Mada tries to creep forward, slip the net, and maybe catch something. They've all worked their way into spawn. And now it's going to be LEVIATAN to try to clear out anything that's happening on the site, peek under the reg, find whatever it takes, but you're not going to find anyone there.
Yeah, you got to deal with salvos, Armageddon as well from brawk. As long as brawk doesn't drop here, he plays safe. It should be the win condition.
Yeah.
If you're LEVIATAN, just try to build your ult if you're Demon1, I would say.
Tex the first to tap out, salvos will follow. And Demon1 gets his one. But as the spike ticks away, you're absolutely right. It's going to be all on him to get a little bit closer, as close as he can to having that ult online, and mission accomplished. He's going to try to hold the line anyway. He's lost it, but Finesse, I guess, unaware, leaning into the confidence of the nade. And kiNgg punishes. The Rolling Thunder will pave the way, or at least attempt to, and NRG gladly fill in on what was previously vacated. It's now full control of the site.
Yeah, it hits all 5 members, but this is where LEVIATAN shine in the retakes.
They're gonna scale, they're gonna try to take the fight into them. Ethan finding the first, Tex now dead. We got the orbital strike that's also now in play. Tearing them asunder, forcing them to scatter. As kiNgg's ult pops out, they're gonna try to scale further and further up. Now the Armageddon that's once again dividing the personnel. The spike continues to tick away. LEVIATAN are gonna have to hit a little giddy up here if they want a shot at this. Calm, gonna get to half, forced to take a step back. As the flames lick around his feet, Mada waiting for the challenge, will connect onto Calm, looking for the second swing. It swings into the op, but brawk.
What a timing right there.
Or you just accelerate towards B. Op be damned.
I mean, he takes so much damage.
But he gets so much space. The problem is here, you're right, LEVIATAN are going to be in full force on this retake attempt. Rossy still has his stun, Tex has his ult, and Demon1 still has 2 smokes.
I wonder if kiNgg is going to try to swap weapons right here with Calm.
Another 5v5 attempt at a retake. This is going to be explosive, as has been the case in the series so far. Finesse once again taking the knee to the op, taking the knee to kiNgg. Dash away as he tries to stay alive. You heard the Bisol use the flash out from Ethan as Mada not able to connect with the Ghost. Rossy's gotten the defuse all the way through, right under their noses. Rossy a full set of utility in his lap. The Rolling Thunder out first, and there it is. Armageddon will join. Yes, Rossy falls, but it destroys the rest of NRG. Ethan and brawk claimed.
I know exactly.
They're gonna flood out behind the site, sure, and they may be able to get the spike down, but there's still so much behind the punch for Lev.
Yeah, it's gonna be a double approach through this door right now in sand. NRG are gonna try to take a timing here on audio cues.
Juggling the weapons, kiNgg will be the tip of the spear, already finding one. The stun to secure the second,
What?
and Sam. Clean shot, still more work to be done though, as he is left alone. Being hunted down, he's got it down to a 1v1, it's all on to Tex.
He dodges the cam. Did he get seen? Maybe just some toes right there.
A rare miss, but Demon1 doesn't. kiNgg feeling some of the pressure, but finds a brief moment of respite. And now the orbital strike in play. Rossy, you're gonna get challenged, finding two with the shorty. Challenges, it's gonna be a mad dash back to B, where Tex is currently holding. Demon1 has put the op down, it's just gonna be a rifle now. But Tex will be the first to fall. Note, Ethan has his ult too.
Topside aggression though. Dish has been pushed again. Ethan, he kind of knows.
I mean, that's gonna buy a little bit of time, but they're not really in a position to follow up behind it. Instead, deciding to scale up into spawn. Ethan close by, finesse.
I know exactly.
Nicely done to get one onto Demon1. A 5v3 for NRG. Will they let this one slip? Only one kill found. So much on the shoulders of kiNgg and Rossy to make this thing work. Rossy will fall. kiNgg a 1v4 to close out the half. And they're just playing with him. I don't know that he's going to get a window in on this.
Oh, time is running way too low. You still have salvos. He's going to get pinched, but he's always good for one.
If they fully clear him, which they might not. Now he's spotted, not able to get anything there. Meanwhile, the rest of the attack will speed up towards A. kiNgg is already in their spawn. It was a cool idea. Maybe just a little ahead of it, but they're doubling down. Rossy on the swing with the frenzy, looking for the second.
Last player standing.
And
down.
brawk
Defender
keeping him
spawn.
back with two. A gorgeous hold. And Calm's left in a 1v4. Real possibility that they have to consider. And I think they're aware of it.
Whoa, almost gets timinged.
Very nicely done by Finesse.
That was very quick. Tex usually gets the head-to-head on stuff like that.
They're speeding up into B though. The wall goes up, and they're filling behind it. Some of that Cypher utility cleared. kiNgg stay. Ooh, you gotta get out of there. And they get the spike down. NRG's gonna have to retake if they want a shot at this. And it does not look like it's coming through very well at all.
Yeah, a lot riding on Mada right now, going underpass. He's gonna try to make it up for NRG, but he peeks the one way. Just not ready for that. Now, if you're NRG, 2v4, you have a Vandal, you have a Bulldog. You're gonna have to save one of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, you look at Finesse's money. It's not great if you want to full buy into the next. So yeah, I think they're gonna try to preserve whatever weapons they can. Meanwhile, for Lev, full armor on two members. They're not gonna have to purchase that at all.
brawk has not slowed down. I know it's just here though.
No, but there's a cam and
there's a judge.
Yeah, and there are a lot of guns close by. Finesse,
Perfect weapon.
currently getting flushed out. That molly's gonna hurt, weaken him up a little bit, soften them, but he doesn't connect onto anything. Meanwhile, Rossy cracks the site wide open.
Just instinctual turn of events. It's a flood out though from NRG. Can they even the numbers? It's a 2v2.
Ethan doing well to get him to this point. What do they have? Ethan doesn't have a stun up yet. No smokes for Sam.
We've seen Calm in this position so many times before. He's so clutch for this LEVIATAN roster. Salvos will come back online soon.
Stun back up for Ethan. Just a tap. Oh, it might be more than just a tap. He's gotten it halfway. Can he stick through this?
No
yes,
way.
he can!
Finesse. He's gonna replay that right here. I mean, jumping. But it was the flood from Ethan and brawk. They understood exactly what they had to do. They understood that the position that they were in was so hanging on by a thread.
And as has been the case, we're tied at 8, and it's all these tiny micro moments. Meanwhile, aggression towards Arcade. Both teams trying to fight their way through this. Meanwhile, Texas found a timing. He's gonna be able to do this on his own. He finds one, not able to connect on the second. But it's a slaughter again.
Around that should have been yours. Armageddon. Breach ult.
Stuns, missiles, and now we see the first bit of utility to Finesse, keeping things back. Yes, it was by the cover of all of the ults, but does exactly what his team needs him to do. A beautiful counterpunch from the defense.
No ultimates been able to use on that exec either from LEVIATAN.
How does that make Rossy's life more difficult?
Can't punish anything this time around. And now you're kind of stuck on site right now. There's going to be a lot of utility being thrown at you. You've got to get out of here. You have to play a retake.
Faisal from a really good position, going to cover most of everything. Meanwhile, Armageddon clearing out heaven.
Salvos used.
Not ready yet.
Not quick enough though. Spike does get planted, but he gets a punish.
Kills traded, the Rolling Thunder out as Ethan trying to pinch in.
Oh, just barely gets away.
He's getting flanked now as well.
Comp's timing is perfect. A 2v2 here.
Remaining.
kiNgg trying
NRG
to...
now. What is their response? They're left to try to re-clear something, but it's going to be a retake again. Top side push right now from NRG, but there's a Vice wall waiting for them.
Lots of questions around where Sam pops this ult and what he pops it for. Do they flood him behind this?
Oh,
It's not going to connect. Yeah. I mean, you're guessing on where that spike might be going down because you had no info on the site. Misses the mark, but Mada does not. 2 kills found, and now they can fill him behind this.
Ethan has so much utility. Mada just needs to hold for him here. Mada needs to have his back. Maybe scout out where these post-plant positions are.
Last player
kiNgg
standing.
popping his ult and doesn't really find any value out of it at all. Meanwhile, Mada gets his third on the round. Demon...
Oh, the
he
molly
missed it.
missed. I think even if it does connect, maybe there still isn't. I don't think they're aware of how close the opposition is.
And all they saw was Tex dueling drones, and now they're going to speed up behind it. NRG take a step back, wait for strength in numbers, and again, brother, we're in for another 5v5 retake.
Rossy almost gets taken out as well. It's going to be this bottom side fight. We saw it towards the top in the previous round. Mada was the forefront of that. He got 3 into the round. Will he get punished here?
Finesse is not far off. Com stun at the ready. The swing behind it, the wall's going to push Finesse off, and it's all going to be on Mada, and Mada stands strong in front of Lev. Brock's going to have to do a little bit more, and so far so good. But again, Demon1 has his ult. kiNgg getting 2. Mada with 3, and now the ult's in play. There's no way in. That should secure the round.
Oh my goodness.
So again, as has been the case this entire map, it's going to be strength against strength, fire against fire. Tex perched up, there's the ult, and it's going to connect as Mada gets 2. Com putting him out, but there's already so much value found. kiNgg getting bested by Finesse.
Huh?
And now a confident call to arms from the captain as they flood him behind this. Com and Rossy trying to keep them back. Com's 1 off of his ult. Position's now given away. I mean, if they want a shot at this, Com has to find a kill. Oh, make that 2! Forget about the ult, it falls into 1v1. Finesse is 30 HP. Rossy's just trying to hold it back. And he's getting crunched.
Still gets 1?
Yeah, that's criminal.
Look at the reaction rate again and the retakes for NRG.
Look at how careful they have to be about making sure they didn't deposit someone heaven. They're going to be so late on this rotate because of that. And that ult is going to buy time. That's going to buy time for the rotations to come through. They're going to try to rotate out, and Ethan's stun is going to keep them back. This tit for tat of utility has now finally calmed down. Rossy committing to getting the spike down. A settling of the tide for just a moment, and now NRG looking to push the pace. No ultimate to speak of. The flash out, Sam. Doing so well to get this far. It's a 3v2 now, and Rossy's on his own. Can he 1v3 here? Spike's been taken for a little bit. Time is on his side, but he's so heavily outnumbered. Rossy's gonna have to be a hero. Rossy's stun timing has to be good. The cage, the only thing keeping them apart for now. Off the flash, he drops the stun, takes a step back. Can't see a damn thing, but it's Rossy who delivers. And now the second set of utility as NRG are left in scattered spots with nothing to speak of.
brawk identifies where the lurk is set. Here comes the actual hit though. Oh,
The trips, but he's got utility out. brawk does not. 3 kills found for the Tejo. And now Demon1 and Tex left alone in a 2v5.
they couldn't be further apart as well.
And if that's not bad enough, Mada's gonna be on this late lurk. Tex dealing a little bit of damage, taking some in kind though.
Last player standing.
He gets his 1. The math doesn't add up though in a 2v5. It's just not enough. Hey, they're gonna find a very light part of the NRG attack.
Oh, a great stun. It hits all 3 members. The crunch is coming through. Look at the utility on site.
Rossy and Calm both fall. NRG looking to push the pace here. And they've got Demon1 cornered. They've got him surrounded. And now he falls. Another explosive round.
Fire in the hole.
kiNgg never had a chance with the op.
One enemy remaining.
Mada gets it with the showstopper. 5 members alive for NRG. It's as clean as it gets.
Flawless.
Shoot everybody in the back.
This-
It's a lot of
30
fake
seconds
utility. Oh my goodness.
That's all a fake. Calm's gonna make as much noise as he can, and they've spotted Tex. Is that gonna be enough to manipulate the rotations? Oftentimes, that's who you will see on the lurk. They're not biting on this. And Molly will buy some time, sure, but look at how far up Calm is. Mada's waiting. Snaps his head back as Finesse is there to hold. I think they knew. They just faked a bunch of sound up mid, and now they might turn back. Double.
Bomb grenade out.
A little pump fake Tex, having to take a step back as the spike attempts to go down and fails. A deep aggro wall. Sam is waiting for some of the push that's coming in around the flank. Meanwhile, that knife causing problems. Mada, lighter bit of HP, still swings out, still gets his 1, tries to fight behind the flash. A little bit of help done as Demon1 not able to stand up, not able to deliver. Calm's left in a 1v4.
There are some members low. If he can isolate this first pick, Spike is not planted.
Down A.
That's gonna buy you a little bit of time.
If you look at the positions from NRG right now, though, no one's here to
30
help Mada
seconds
either.
left.
This could easily turn into a 1v2.
Calm has to deliver here.
Spike
Can he
planted.
pull it off? He's gotten it down to a 1v2. Bullet between Mada's eyes, 22 HP though. Still time to think this one through, plays cards perfectly, and that's exactly what's required in this situation. As the seconds tick away, by process of elimination, you have to understand where he might be. brawk and Sam playing together, waiting for the space to be taken.
Missiles away.
Missiles first out. That's going to buy a little bit of time, but they're trying to face out behind
All this
it.
default utility being used to take this B control. And a double lurk through mid right away on the bonus.
There's an alarm bot on the other side, and kiNgg waiting there too.
I'm getting flashbacks to MIBR of Cortezia just sitting there. Sam does get found out as well. Spike will get
Spike
planted, though. Let's
planted.
see if NRG decide to force the issue. Mada has a Vandal, has that Reyna ultimate online, that Empress. He can do some damage here, and he has to. He has to be the one that does the damage. But he can't connect.
See, that one feels tough, but they're still in a decent spot. LEVIATAN trying to figure out how they want to approach this retake attempt. Hear the outlaw rattling off as Ethan's gonna fall too.
Player standing.
There's not enough firepower behind this. brawk takes a step back, a 1v4. See both flashes go up. The molly's not gonna land.
Let's delay, though.
Yeah, a little bit. Crash connecting Demon1 from up top, dashing back, clearing the dizzy, connecting onto 1, but that's all it was. They're gonna double down on this as Rossy, down to 6 HP, gets another flash on the other side of the wall. And it's Finesse who swings behind it.
Placing swamp grenade.
3v2, it's still been so difficult for NRG to punch through. Sam's left in a 1v2.
With the spike in hand.
So has a shot at this. Quietly pushing forward. Could be rotating away. There's enough time here. And he's quiet with it.
Toxins going up.
Not daring to make a peep.
30 seconds left.
Oh, they're gonna high-low him. That's so...
Demon1 up here.
I mean, they're trying. It's not from lack of effort.
They just invested a KO ult and got nothing out of it.
And he's still up there. Finally, the swing as Mada drops 2. Does Tex pop his ult here?
Oh, you gotta even the score. Try to get an off-angle kill. Maybe another spray down like he did in the previous round. This KO Molly could do some damage here.
Is that gonna land? Yes, it will.
Wow, what a good counter from Rossy. Heads up play.
He's trying to swing in behind this, though. The Lear out his finesse on the rope. Drops Rossy. kiNgg's left alone. A 1v3 turns into a 1v2. Now the Thrash is going to flush him out even further.
But the KO knife gets him off, and Demon1 sits Mada down. That's your Reyna out of the server.
Does not have a dash. But it is Demon1.
Zone is down.
Rash isn't done with you.
Is that nice tag?
No way again?
Yeah. I mean, insane value out of that.
Countering the Thrash 2 times in a row.
Toxins going up.
Surely NRG try to work the other side of the map at this moment. It looks like they just want to run into this brick wall, though. That's massive for NRG. Viper's Pit now down as well. Sam getting out of the way of spam as well. He's going to creep back in here right on time.
A lot of them are here. Finesse checking the flank. Ooh. He might even be hitting a reflank of his own. And then if that's the case, timing becomes a serious part of the equation. Lockdown instantly cleared. brawk will fall. Finesse having to speed up a little bit here because it's on Ethan and Sam to try to keep them back on their own.
Last player standing.
Sam slips the net. He gets behind him, gets his 1. Sam gets 2.
Toxins going up.
Still so much to do. He's got it down to 1v1. And kiNgg spins out from the gun to tie us up.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with Demon1 on pipes, huh?
Again, the take of yellow. There still is a little bit of KJ utility here. And Calm's ult, but there's nothing crunching behind it. They should be able to fight. Yeah, they have a couple of cubbies they can tuck behind here. They're safe. That'll delay. That's all it'll do, though, for now.
Yeah, no punish, but kiNggg's walked all the way up. This dagger's going to get a lot of good info.
Now this is a play. The spit, and they're going to swing it behind it. The flash, a little friendly fire. What? LEVIATAN keeping it back for now, and they're still going to continue to apply this pressure from yellow.
Enemy remaining.
There's no way for NRG to fight.
Is it going to be enough?
I love this early pit. You're forcing them into a fight that they have not wanted to take.
It looks like Mada wants to get in here, maybe in the mid-round.
And meanwhile, the rest of this fight is still towards A. A couple of flashes, Demon1 down low, with Calm close by.
Fast trade from brawk. Surely you don't walk into this pit if you're Mada. This is so risky. I could see maybe if you flip through middle. This is that proactivity, though, from LEVIATAN that their coach was talking about. Let's clear out all of mid.
Wow. Just barely catching the timing on that swing. But now to speed up A.
Not the spike, Wings.
And look at Mada's position again. He knows that there's going to be a bit of pace from kiNgg as soon as the spike is committed.
Spike
Oh, he's actually going to go hunt him down.
He hears him running away. But he's so far away. This is the problem.
Yeah. It's going to be a slow burn on that. Meanwhile, the rest of NRG are going to try to keep this retake attempt back.
You have 2 mollies to do so as well.
Mada's speeding up. And
kiNgg hears him, no?
kiNgg's getting, oh, he does, and he lands a shot onto him anyway.
I don't know how kiNgg knew.
Pressure valve released. And now they can turn their attention back towards the site. Remember the numbers advantage that they have. The spam not connecting. Calm is tucked behind the little corner.
What?
Finally falls.
player
He
standing.
got it to half, though. Oh, he can't reach it. Just on the outside of it. Trying to take this fight. The wall goes up. He's going to stick it the whole way, and the spam will not land. Out of the wall.
Dash proc can't connect. Mada does, though.
Right on the Calm. Adverse on the cover, and they still swing behind it again. Reckless abandon from the duelist as he gets 3.
He wants more as well. He wants to close this half out.
He's gonna get a shot at it. The flash to set him up, but kiNgg keeps them back. Still a 1v4 with 13 HP.
This time around,
little bit of aggro mid.
Whoa. Mada can't settle. But then a quick trade, though, from Ethan, huh?
Not a moment too soon. I was going to talk about how Demon1 had done his job, but it had been a pretty quiet first half, all things considered.
I think that's partly because of the trading and the spacing from NRG on their attacking side. This time as well, there was 4 members ready for that mid fight, but A site is for the free right now. How far do LEVIATAN push up here? Do they try to go aggro all the way into CT?
I think
Will Finesse get caught out?
I think they hear all of his utility, and they're just trying to play around it.
Trying to see if one of the defenders will try to walk into their crosshairs here. They're going to have a free site. They're going to be able to set up their post plant however they wish. Bait out these mollies.
And an aggro knife to push them back. NRG, do you try to flood behind this? Ethan doesn't have a knife.
Double flash though, but that Viper wall kind of blocks that off.
They're still swinging behind it. Calm. Inserted up into heaven, traded right back to those
What?
Finesse. An aggro peek around the corner, and 2 kills found.
Last player standing.
kiNgg's left alone.
A dizzy from brawk. But look at this jumping right click. Beautifully done.
Max and Orb? No, they just want to take the fight.
And they win it as well. Tex gets insta. That prompts the speed up from LEVIATAN. Are they going to try to take Snowman here?
Dumping a little bit of utility, but choosing not to scale up behind it. Pushing a little bit further, and yeah, I mean, you see it on the minimap. The defense is in a really nice spot to be able to flood behind as soon as there's a commit.
How do you deal with the crossfires from Snow and Main, though?
Yeah, that's... Looks like it's going to be impenetrable.
King?
Mada getting the best of kiNgg. Finesse joining in as well. Forget about the crossfire. They have found an opening. Demon1 with 2 on the round. Finally dropped. Calm's left alone. A 1v3. I don't know that he's even going to get a shot at this.
But it's going to be a mid lurk here. Finesse, a very early lockdown.
kiNgg is taking a step back, and look at the crunch in from A. They're so...
all the way up, Doug.
Yeah, they're so far up. You're right. Flashing behind this, expecting the aggression.
What?
And they've been overwhelmed. Sam is going to have to deal with a lot here. Has he bit off more than he could chew? Takes a step back. And everything slows down. There were the blades that you were talking about in the previous round. The B is theirs.
Last player standing.
Sharp with it.
Spike planted.
You imagine if Demon1 can hunt down Sam here, get that third.
Flawless.
18 and 13.
One enemy.
Jump shot just
Flawless.
so clean with
LEVIATAN
it. Didn't push further enough to see if anyone was pipes. And now they're running into a trap.
Sam gets his 1, takes a step back, and again, all eyes on Mada. Gets his 2 and then dismisses away. He is the thorn in their side. Off of the Lear, he tries to swing back yellow. That's 3, make it.
And it's going to be proactivity.
They're going to fight into this. We've seen this one before. Look at how far up Mada is. Again, looking to be the dagger, but kiNgg punching back. Finesse and Sam left alone. Can they convert this 2v3? Finesse so far off, Sam by himself. Do you invest the pit here? Look at the space Finesse is taking. That map is getting real small for the attack. Slowly starting to suffocate them out. No room to breathe. No space given. Is this a last press for LEVIATAN? Sam gets his 1. Tries to pre-fire. It's all on Finesse. Often the source of criticism. They speed back. They're going to rotate back, and it's going to be back into Mada, who's up so far. Surely they understand that they've lost this area.
Left.
They have to clear him out.
He's popped the Empress. Hearing the updraft. He's not going to get checked. He gets his 1. He gets 2. And now the Thrash.
A.
kiNgg, Calm, and Tex, what can they do to stay alive?
finally dealing with the Empress. 10 seconds left. They've got to hurry up. They don't even have the spike in hand. It's done, Doug. They can't get past it. They cannot accelerate. They might get the kills, but it's not going to be enough.